Welcome back to the Breakfast Show 2. Joining me this morning is local Civil War reenactor and genealogist Bill Eddleman. Thank you so much for joining me on this Veterans Day. We do appreciate it. So first, start by telling me how you got into genealogy.
Well, it was over 30 years ago. I had an uncle that wrote a genealogy of my father's family. And as he got older, he downsized, and he sent all of his files to me, and I was very eager to look at them and figure out how he'd found all these things out. And a lot of it actually wasn't backed up by anything. So I decided I would do a more thorough job of it, and that's always been my goal with genealogy, is to document it better.
Yeah.
And find out the real stories.
And so then how can someone find their Civil War ancestor? I know you're going to be doing that over at Fort D today, but
yes.
How can someone find that?
Well, there's two things you should check real quickly, and especially this weekend. The first is a Civil War Soldiers and Sailors system, which is a National Park Service maintained website. And you can search for names and figure out which one is your ancestor, and if they're there, and find out what unit they served in, and then maybe go from there and research the unit. The second is something called Fold 3, which is a subscription service, but what they do, since it's mostly veterans information, is on weekends like this weekend, it's free.
Oh, wow.
So now's your opportunity to get in there and look. There's other things other than Civil War in there as well.
And when you're able to, help people find their Civil War ancestors, just ancestors in general, I could imagine that when they find out who they're related to, it's a pretty good feeling, and to know that people are connecting with the past. That's amazing.
Yes, it is. And my family's lived in Cape Girardeau County for 8 generations.
Oh, wow.
So it's amazing who I'm related to.
Yeah.
I actually have a connection to the founder of the KFVS, the
That's amazing.
Oscar Hirsch. And then a lot of other people too. Prosecuting attorney is a relative.
That's really neat. And so then the event this weekend, I know that you guys are starting at 9 o'clock today, and then you guys have events tomorrow. Talk a little bit about what people can expect today and tomorrow at Fort D. Well,
normally when we've done events at Fort D, we've mostly done cannon firing and demonstrating rifle drill and firing the rifles. And we're trying something a little bit different starting this weekend. We're doing themes for each day. So today the theme is finding your Civil War ancestor. Tomorrow it's what roles did women have in the Civil War? So some of our living historians will be talking about nurses and the role of women in the sanitary commissions, which we don't have an exact equivalent today, but the sanitary commissions actually augmented hospitals and kind of a USO role as well in terms of providing things for the troops. Women also did a lot of sewing for the troops and lots of other things.
And so then I know we were just talking during the commercial break, I had said I'd never been up to Fort D and I really need to get out there. You said you've come across quite a few people who've lived in Cape for a while and haven't made it out. Would you say it's important to go and check it out?
Yes, this is a surviving Civil War fort in Cape, and it's actually the only urban Civil War fort left.
Wow.
There were 10 in St. Louis, there were 4 in Cape Girardeau, there were 4 in Springfield, there were a number in Jefferson City and Rolla, but this is it. This is the only surviving Civil War fort.
That's amazing.
Urban Civil War.
That definitely makes me want to go and check it out. I feel like everyone should definitely do that. And this weekend would be the perfect weekend. So today's events, they start at 9.
Right.
At Fort D.
Yes.
And then what about tomorrow? What time does everything get going?
9.
Okay.
Our events are almost always 9 to 3.
Okay, 9 to 3. Well, if you need something to do today or tomorrow, head on out to Fort D. Bill, thank you so much for joining us and talking a little bit about that. We'll be right back.
Thank you.